don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you!
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the War for Cybertron Nightbird. Now, this is just a recolor of a mold that we've all seen several times, so I'm actually really looking forward to this. Believe it or not, I don't own a Nightbird. This is the only one I do, and yeah, so standard Hasbro box packaging here for this Selects line. I'm going to take this opportunity as well to tell you where I bought this from. I got this from Transformerland.com. They have pretty much anything you might want. You just have to look. It's not new stuff, it's used stuff. Stuff from people's collections that, you know, Matt buys and sells stuff, and he'll sell it to you if you're interested, and it's worth looking into. It's worth checking out. If you've never been there, go take a look at it. It's worth it. I buy a lot of stuff from him, believe it or not, and yeah, look, y'all have never heard me really recommend any place. I recommend his stuff. Go check him out. I'm not a paid promoter. I get nothing from it other than the more people that buy from him, the more likely it is that he's going to stay in business through these difficult times. So, yeah, I guess that's self-serving. I don't know. What the hell do I care? Okay, so, taking a look at the figure, right off the bat, I can tell you it suffers from the weak hip syndrome. And let's see here. Move my camera down just a tinch. Yeah, seems like they all suffer from that. Let's see here. I love the paint on it. Let's see. Trouble standing. Yeah. Alright. That's not good. Alright, so she's hunched over right now. But let me zoom in here so you can see just how good this thing actually looks. We have some amazing paint apps here. Look at those eyes, how they pop. The purple. This is not a Galvatron purple. This is a deeper purple. Sort of gunmetal on the chest and a little bit on the arms here. You can see where it stops and the plastic starts. That's really neat. They colored it quite well. We have some purple plastic down here, some paint apps. This is painted flat plastic. That looks like it's got a paint on it. There's some silver here. This is pretty painted. This looks like it's been painted. And then the feet. Here she is from the side and the back, and just like with is it Chromia, the crotch fell off. So that's a problem with this mold. It's just held on by two little friction pins right here. But yeah, it has a problem with that. Alright, so why don't we take a minute and go over articulation, since this is a new head sculpt. Holy crap on a cracker, look at that. She can totally look all the way up. She can look down a little bit. If she didn't have that thing here for her chin, she could look down a little bit better. Arms can go out to the side that far. They've got this little hinge, little notch there that keeps it from going all the way out. She can go around, gets caught up in the kibble. You can see the mushroom peg right there where it rotates. The arm can do 90 degrees, no problem. The wrist is a... no, it's not. It can go in. So this is the older version of the mold before they locked the hands up. Alright. Let's see here. Tires have a little bit of gold on them, or silver. The legs are very loose. Very, very loose. Well, there went her crotch. That far out to the side, up that far, back that far. It'll go more, but you got the kibble. Thigh rotation is built around the joint there. We get 90 degrees for the knee, as you can see. The feet can go back that far, up that far, and there is a rocker so that she can get all the way. Her rocker's better than what her leg articulation is, if I remember correctly. Don't pop it off. Don't pop her arm off. You know, for a ninja, she's not doing so well. Height-wise, she's coming in right about 5 inches at the top of her head. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at about, shoulder to shoulder, about 1 inch and 3/4-ish. However, that's not the widest point on her. Widest point probably be like this, right here, and we're looking at about 2.5. Depth-wise, I don't think anything's going to come past her backpack. About 2 inches, height, width, length. Alright, I think we got everything. Where did her crotch go? Things you never expect to say on a video. Stay on there. I wonder. I know it's there. I know it's meant to come off in case there's adjustments, mishandlings, whatnot, but I may just end up gluing that on there because that's an issue. Alright. I guess now it's well, she's got the same gun that Chromia has, only it's painted a little bit different. If you notice, she's got all the same parts Chromia has too. So you can totally give her a big gun like that. Although she should probably have swords. Why does she not have swords? That's what I want to know. She's a ninja, right? She's supposed to have like ninja swords. But she doesn't. She's got this big butt gun. Alright. I suppose the next thing to do now is scale comparison, and then we'll jump into transformation. Let's transform her. And I have to tell you, I have refamiliarized myself with the transformation. And full disclosure, when you see Chromia, because I'll have her up here, she's her mold sister. When we get to Chromia, I have tightened up, damn it, I have tightened up the legs here. I put a single drop of clear nail polish in each one, worked it for a little bit, you know, like leg day, up and down, and then made it far more stable. So this transformation is not difficult. It is difficult keeping this on, but the transformation itself is not hard. First thing we do, we're going to come back here and unpeg these. You probably can't see it, but there are clear plastic. There's 2 of them. There's clear plastic tabs right there. It's going to go into little grooves you might be able to see right there. This is going to come down and swing down. Next we lift the arms up like this, and now we need to rotate this under this part. It's got to all go underneath it. We want it like this so that we can rotate the head around, which is also very loose. I'll probably put a drop of nail polish under it. Fold that back, rotate this around so that it looks like this. Now, working on the legs, these come up, these come around, these come up, these come around. The feet will actually peg together, at least theoretically. The easiest way I've found to do this, like I said, theoretically, it's a lost cause. Bend at the ankles, at the knees just a little bit, and you have the section right here that just pops out. You have depressions right here. I don't know if you can see where my finger's going through there, and you have a depression right here. This pin will go into this port. That gray pin right there between my fingers is going to go into this one right here. And it's not difficult. It's just there's not a whole lot of clearance, and it really doesn't want you to do this. So that's why I've said it works better for me to kind of tilt the legs a little bit. At least it worked better on Chromia. This one's fighting me, and it might just be the paint, the extra paint that's on here. But get it in there. You got to get the feet underneath this lip here. That's another point of tension. I think they may have just reused this mold a time or two too many. It's difficult to get it to do what you know it's supposed to do. Right now, you know this is supposed to go in there, but it fights you, and it shouldn't be fighting you. It should just go right on in there like it was made for it, because it was. And it works fairly well on Chromia, but it sure doesn't work very well on this one. I wonder if they've done something to the feet. There's just not a whole lot of clearance here for you to get it in there. Alright, you gonna be that way? Be that way. Get that one in. Get that one in. Squeeze it together. Put this back in there. You're not supposed to do it that way, Tom. I know it. Believe me, I know it. But you know what? It went. You all saw it. It went in there. And there's just not as much clearance as you really want there to be right there, and as a result, I don't tilt your ankle rocker a little bit, maybe give you a little bit more clearance. I got it, that one in. There we go. I guess it's all in how you hold your jaw. Rotate this around, bring these up, rotate this until it works, it can get in there. Rotate that until it can get in there. Bring these up, and they'll just tab into place here on the back. And bring your hands in. And here is your basic vehicle mode. Now, in this mode, it measures in at 5 1/4 approximately. Width-wise, 2 inches. Height-wise, let's call it 1.5 inches. Once you got it like this, which you can't see, once you got it like this, you take your weapon, and this part just plugs in, and it goes right in the center here, just like that. And then these things come along on the back, and they just plug into these little ports right here, almost as if they were made for them. Kind of funny how that works, isn't it? Alright, and they just kind of sit there like that. And here she is, all weaponed up and ready to go. The cockpit is not going to open. You are not going to get that open at this point. It sort of rolls, and it's all black, and it has no Decepticon symbol on it. Huh. Interesting. Do I need to put a Decepticon symbol on it? If I do, it'd need to be right here, wouldn't it? I'll think about that. I will think about that. Anyway, yeah, that's the transformation. I guess now it's time for some scale comparisons. So here's a look at pretty much, it's definitely not all the modes, the molds of this that I have, but you can see the difference right here in the front between this one and this one and this one and this one. These two are combiners, these two are not. And I mean, these two are exactly the same. The only difference is the color scheme and the head sculpt, at least as far as I can tell. The weapons may be slightly different. I don't remember if she came with that white blaster or if it was just something I found and threw on her. Honestly, I can't remember. What I do know is she fits in very well with the rest of them. Nemesis, what are you doing here? I kind of like that one you were pointing at. She looks like a Decepticon. Well, you know, her history is kind of funny. She wasn't officially a Decepticon, so I don't really know if she's actually really a Transformer or not. It's a car. It turns into a robot, right? Well, yes. Then it's Transformer. She's hot. Hey, baby. How's it going? Nemesis, you're about to get us into trouble with the sensor. Get your hands off me! Ah! I'll shoot. I promise. Ah! I swear, folks, I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, you'll be hearing from my lawyer. Never mind. Whew. Final thoughts wise, as always, we're going to look at the three qualities: quality, playability, and cost. The cost of this, as I said, I bought it from Transformer Land. It was 20 bucks, if I remember right. So it was a great price for the figure. The quality, the mold has been used probably too many times. But having said that, I don't have another version of this character, so for me the mold was used just the right amount of times, and now I have one. I'm still going to end up having to put some shoe polish on it to make sure that the hips are solid enough to stand. The right arm joint at the shoulder is a bit too tight. It's pinned. There's not much I can do about that. Transformation is relatively simple, and the crotch plate keeps popping off. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, the transformation. A simple transformation, if it is enjoyable, can be fulfilling. I fully admit that. I've never been one, I don't much care for transformations like War Dog. I want to just be able to transform it. MP10 was great. Ocular Max's Mirage was great. Just the right level of transformation to be challenging and for me to appreciate the engineering. This has some of that, but it's also extremely frustrating when you're trying to get the canopy on and the feet won't allow it to clear. Cost, quality, playability. Well, the transformation plays into playability, obviously. And this is a very select piece. I can't imagine your average Transformer collector is just going to run out and go, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So with that in mind, I don't think it's really all that playable. I think with the paint on it, the way that it is, I think it's more of a shelf piece than a playable piece. Now, I've always subscribe to the idea that the Hasbro stuff is for kids. You know, you can hand it to an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old, let them transform it, have fun with it, and if a piece breaks, you can go out and buy another one. It's not a horrible thing. With the Selects line, we pay more for the extra paint, we pay more to get the characters, the relatively necessarily obscure characters that we wouldn't normally get otherwise. So those in and of themselves are not as playable. They're not in that same category as just handing, you know, say something like this, hey, to a child and having it destroy it. So what do we do? How do I wrap this up? Do I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it for a shelf piece. I do not recommend it for flip back and forth, have lots of fun with transformation, because it's just not that. Posing is difficult. The weapon's fine. It's got nice paint on it. But yeah, unless you are simply going to put it on a shelf, I don't think I would recommend it all that much, especially not at the retail price point. This is Tom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Look, Cosmos, I only get one chance to be a director. I don't want to be an actor all my life. That Tom, he's a wonderful person, but I don't want to be an actor all my life. So you gotta get this right. If you don't get this right this time, I'm going to shoot you. Do you understand? Okay. Damn it. We here at Vitamin John want you to know we are a family company. We hold your safety and, line. Damn it! We know you have a choice in where you get your supplements, so we want you to know we have contact-free deliver. Cut! In these trying times, Vitamin John Corp will donate 5% of each sale. Wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. We donate 3%. No, that's not right. 3%. 2%. We give you 2% off on every. What do people do here? Cut. But I just want them to give me money. Damn it! So try Vitamin John today. Operators are standing by. Go now!